Hey guys, welcome back to another episode with Comfort Food Dudes. Today we're going to be building wonton. Now, this is going to be a party favorite, and especially for those wonton lovers. So what we're going to do right away is we're going to get some water on the stove going, boiling. There's 8 cups of water into this large pot, and there's 2 cups of water in this small pot. This is going to be for the broth. This is going to be to cook the wontons. Alongside this, we're going to have 3 16-ounce glasses of water. This is to slow down boiling process as we go. So a good friend of mine asked me to make a wonton recipe video, and today I'm going to be sharing that with you. So from here, we got the mix. You want to get this started here? Boil? Yep, max it out. From here, we got a pound of pork inside of a bowl. We got a tablespoon and a half of ground ginger, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/4 cup of water. This bowl of water is going to be to do a seal on the wonton wraps when we get up to that stage, preparing that. Some green onions, condensed chicken broth, soy sauce. These are going to be used. So when I start out with the ground pork, sorry, I was going to say beef there for a minute. Ground pork, I roughly put in about a tablespoon and a half. There's going to be quite a bit of salt content inside the soy sauce. Along with that, I'm going to add in all the cornstarch. Just drop it right in. Going to add in the ginger. Drop that right in. Gonna add in the water, and just really quickly here, gonna dice up a little bit of this green onion. Maybe roughly 2 tablespoons, and straight in the pot here. 1 for good luck. Why not? Now that that's out of the way, throw on some gloves here, give that a mix. If you're not wearing gloves, well, it's definitely going to get built up in your fingernails, and it's slimy to deal with for those that don't care for that.
He's a sissy.
Yeah, it's true. I do. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to go cry in the corner. So get this well incorporated. It's a huge aroma of ginger, and it smells awesome.
Neighbor's dog is barking, so naturally our dogs want to bark here too. And we don't know what they're saying, but probably that we're having wontons over here and you're not.
Well, what she's saying is she wants to be part of the video. Yeah, well, she wants in here to help out. She's a good dog. Okay, so all incorporated. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lay out these wonton wraps. So sometimes it takes a little while to separate them. We're going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to get right back to you. So now coming back for a brief moment, we got a rolling boil on our 2 cups of water. I'm going to add in the condensed chicken broth, but I'm just going to do a little bit to flavor. Maybe you're looking at about 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons. You can always check it and, have whatever is the taste for your palate. Roughly that should be good on our part here. So, I'm going to grab this right here. This will work. Give that a quick little stir and reduce the heat by half. Because from this point here, this just has to simmer. Yeah, I just didn't have the whisk candy here. Didn't want to run across.
Excuses.
Yeah. Remember, if your reason isn't big enough for anything, your excuses will be, right?
Write a book with all your excuses.
I know. That's what I should do next. So, now that this chicken broth is kind of at a rolling boil, as you can see, I'm just going to add in a little sprinkle of green onion. And we're gonna let that set. That can just simmer, that can just do its thing. This large one's going. Now we're gonna get back to the wraps here. So carrying back on now, we've got 10 wrappers set out. And basically all we're gonna do with meat is take a little handful, and you want about, I'd say roughly a nice tablespoon round, just to kind of set in the center, so you have about 3/4 of an inch on all sides of the wonton wrap, and that should be a nice little size there for you. So you're gonna take all the meat, set them in the centers. And you'll get to practice with this too. Like some of the wonton wraps, they'll rip on you, some won't. And I mean, you'll get a feel for it over time. Each time you do this, you'll get better and better and better. That's just it though. Repetition is the mother of skill. So now that these are loaded up, all we're gonna do is we're gonna wet down the edges. So you can do that, either 2 fingers, run it, depends the size of your hand, I guess. I can get away with it. And you're just covering all 4 edges with water. So once you have this, you want to go just corner to corner. And if you can see this well, I'm just folding over nice and slow, so I'm making a triangle effect. And use your index fingers and press down on the edges carefully and gently enough that you're not ripping the meat through the wonton wrap. When you pick this up, you should be looking at just a folded triangle wrap here. Dip the edges so you get the far 2 corner edges wet. Put an index finger on the back side pointing towards the peak, and then you can wrap one side over and the other side over that, and then that will seal. So then that gives you more of a crown-shaped wonton. We're going to do that 9 more times and throw it into the pot. Point to point, index on. Point to point, index on. Same thing. Repeat, repeat. Start yourself a business, do it 1,000,000 times. Dip, dip. Index in. Fold over.
Make a big mess.
Fold over. Press.
Make a big mess.
You're back to that nice crown shape.
I'm going to get fired. Is that water boiling okay?
Well, yeah, the water's not going anywhere.
Water's still going to be there? Alright. No, I think this wrapper, I think we had a double up here, so sometimes that happens, your wrapper doesn't come apart as nicely. It's probably because there's 2 of them there and it's very thick and they don't fold very nicely, so we'll just set that one aside.
Sometimes even when you buy the wrappers out of grocery stores, they don't come out the best. You can make them fresh. For this recipe here, we just did this on the fly. These are store-bought, so we were definitely cheating. And so far, they're doing okay. I think they'll hold up. They should anyways. However, I don't really think that matters because when it comes out, it's going to look different anyway.
That's for sure. Some people won't even eat these because of the way they look, but they taste really good. They're missing out, but that's all right. More for us, right?
Okay. And you can always change this up a bit if you want to add in lobster or if you want to add in shrimp. Some people will add in chicken and even partial diced up vegetables such as carrots or broccoli even. So once we got these 10 going, this is at a rapid boil.
This was one of those low quality wrappers you were talking about there. It's not.
Other way. Because it's gonna go.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. Had a little tear in it. Well, you make do.
Perfect.
There you go. 10 of them.
So we got these 10, and then we're gonna go straight in a pot. So do 1 for 1. Just gonna give this a stir around to get these wontons moving so they don't stick on the bottom of the pot. And all we're waiting for now is for this to come up to a boiling point. What we're gonna do is change positions of the camera to bring it over so you can see what's going on a little bit clearer. Okay, so now this is up to the first boil point, and they're starting to look like little monkey brains. Okay, they're not monkey brains, but that's kind of what you want it looking like. So this is the first rapid boil. We're gonna put 16 ounces of cold water right inside the pot, and what that does is that slows down the boil. So now it's more still, calm. We're gonna wait for that to come up to another rapid boil. So you can see got those nice kind of brain looking effects going on there. The way that I make this sound, trust me, it is awesomely good. Now we're coming up to a second boil. This triple cooling process ensures that it's completely cooked all the way through. Again, start out with roughly 8 cups of water, larger size pot. This is second boil, 16 ounce glass going in.
How many wontons could you really put in there without crowding it?
When you're at 8 cups, you can do between 20 and 30, and it's going to be full, but it's not going to be that bad.
Right.
You can do up to 60, just double up on your water, of course, right? Go
Okay.
from 8 up to 12 up to 16 cups of water, which will fill it up pretty much into around where the point is now, right?
Okay.
If you have a lot of guests over, whatever, 10, 15 people type thing, and you want to be kicking these out on a larger scale, start off with 12 cups of water and throw in 40 to 60 at a time.
Not bad. That's a good portion. 40 to 60.
Yeah, for me.
No one said you can't just go straight to sleep after eating this either, right?
No, this is a plan.
Eat, nap, eat, nap.
Eat big, go into food coma, wake up, do it again.
Food coma, well, as long as you wake up after winter's over, negative 40 here, it'll be all good.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you're from Canada? Yeah. We live in 70 below temperatures, Driver seals to work, live off whale fat. Look at the bright side, we got the biggest igloo on the block.
Our igloo has power.
So we're coming into a third boil now. I know at this part, these are 90 to 95% done already. So as we go into a third rapid boil, last 16 ounce cup. And from here, when this comes up to the boil for the fourth, we're just going to slide it off, turn off the heat, and move these wontons into your serving dish. Then add in your broth, add in toppings, and we'll show you the presentation as we go. Perfect. We're going to end up using this black square dish here for the presentation. You can use whatever you want. whether it's Tupperware or glass bowl or, you know, man-sized bread bowl. You guys are pounding back like I do. Sometimes, depending on the brand of wonton wraps you use, some might actually be a lot thicker and therefore take more time to cook, so they don't become soft as you need. They might require one more cooking process, so a fourth glass of water type thing, just for time ratio.
Wontons will be hot too, so
Oh yeah, this
It'll be
is
hot.
definitely a winter favorite for sure. Heat'll stay hot. Done it before, so you know.
yeah, this is like one of my favorite snacks too. You don't even need to have Asian food or any type of other food with it. You can just have a nice bowl of this. It's better than chicken noodle soup, in my opinion.
Okay, we're coming into another boil now. This is more than good enough, so I'm just going to turn this right off. And straight from the pot, you're going to transfer that right into your dish. This is a slotted spoon I'm using, so it drains out water. I know a lot of people are going to get this down pat in a minute flat, but the truth is there's a lot of people that can't cook and don't know how to cook out there. So I'm just kind of, you know, touching base on all fields. Now we got all 10 into the bowl. We're going to add broth. I'm going to add some green onion on the top, a little bit of soy sauce, and we'll see you at the plating. So if everything worked out well, you should have a dish that looks like this. It's going to taste as good as it looks.
Sure.
So from here, hopefully you enjoy the wonton soup, and we're going to catch you next time on an upcoming episode. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Take care.